was Robin Williams saying good morning Vietnam. And while I do not think this is Vietnam, I just wanted to say good morning. My name is Katie Abbott, and I will be informing you today on the most marketable college degrees in this economy. In an article by U.S. News and World Report, Allie Goodwell writes, a survey of more than 2,000 adults, 900 of whom were college graduates, released Tuesday by education technology company Greenwood Hall, shows more than half of graduates say that leaving college with a degree now will see a lower return on their education investment than those 10 to 15 years ago. Simply put, while the cost of college continues to rise and the economy is slowly coming out of the Great Recession, today's graduates might not get as much bang for their buck. A little bit depressing since we're all in college trying to get more bucks in the future. But if you are a math and science guru, I have great news for you. In an article by Forbes.com, the author Susan Adams compiled a list of the top degrees and their starting salaries. Seen here. Electrical, computer, and mechanical engineering are the top 3, followed by software design, computer programming, and chemical engineering. Below that is accounting, nursing, chemistry, HR, marketing, and economics, which is kind of a little bit ironic because my entire life I've been told that the top 3 degrees you should get is economics, business, or engineering. And it kind of seems like economics is taking a back seat to computer programming. So what do you do if you're not a math or science guru? You have to find a middle ground, something that you're good at. Go with your interest and your hobbies and what you like to do. I hate math and I hate science. I'm not good at that, so I will not be an engineer or go into any of these fields. But they are the top degrees. What not to get? My cousin Casey, what degree not to get? When I was researching, there wasn't really one main article that said, don't get this degree, it's terrible, it's nothing for you. But I do have a personal story. My cousin Casey lives up in Maryland, and she went to college up there for 4 years, and her parents paid money out the wazoo for her to get a degree in psychology. When she came out, there were no jobs in her field. Mm-hmm. So the region where you live is really important to find out if your job, if you can find a job in your field that you're going. Things to consider is time, money, and investment in something you might not be able to use. So do some research. Are there fields, are there jobs in the field that you're going to? And be flexible and be reasonable. Sometimes you might have to compromise. Do what you really like to do though. So if you really like art or you really like, oh, Chris isn't here. I was going to say if you really like setting yourself on fire, then do that. You'll find your niche. And a funny story, Robin Williams, he started off, when he went to college, he started off on a political science degree and took a acting class just as like a fluke, kind of a joke thing, and a door opened up and now he's probably one of the greatest actors that we know. So you never know what's going to happen. Some of these degrees might not be up your alley. Like me, I'm never good at math or science, and I'm probably not going to go in those fields. But follow your dreams. I'm good at music and literature and history, so I'm going to go in those fields. And it doesn't mean that if you're not good at math and science, you're not ever going to find a job, because these were just the top paying degrees. So they start out, what did I say? They start out, the electrical engineering starts out at $57,000, or $5730, and probably goes up from there. That's just an estimate. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to get money with what you like. Do some research and find out if your degree can be used in some of the industries that cater to company programmers and the math and science experts. Who knows what doors might open. In conclusion, I have informed you over the most marketable college degrees in this economy today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Questions for Katie? Questions?
Yes.
So, your friend Casey, your cousin?
My cousin.
Your cousin Casey, which field of psychology was she going to school for? Or was she just getting a general psychology degree?
I could not tell you. I think she was getting just a general psychology degree, but she wound up having to go back to college since there was like no job openings, and she tried everywhere, like not even like in her degree, like trying to branch out, and there wasn't really anything, so she had to go back to college and get a teaching certificate, and now she's teaching second graders. And she loves it, but I mean, it goes back to the, you never know what doors might open. Yes.
So what degrees, did you have to find out what degrees were somewhat of the worst, like, which you don't want to get into?
It just goes back to your region. I did some research, and there wasn't really any like specific, don't get this degree, there's nothing in here. But, I mean, it goes back to your region. So if you want to go in design, or you should probably do some research around your region. And if you're not willing to relocate, then you have to be flexible and be reasonable with what you can find. Not that I'm saying like you can't get a degree in whatever you want, there just might not be a job opening. Yes.
Sorry. You said that when you were showing the statistics about certain degrees paying more than the other, you said some surprised you because of their ranking or their list, such as programming and economics, how it surpasses it. Why is that?
Why does it surprise me?
Yeah.
I was just taught that economics was a good degree to get and a good field to go in, and not that it doesn't pay a lot, but it just seems like computer programming, on that forum, it seemed that computer programming was a little bit higher, might pay a little bit more, so it was just kind of surprising to me.
Any other questions for Katie? Any other questions?
What is the highest paying degree that you have found doing this research?
In this research, it was the electrical engineering with $57,000.
Not quite. Any other questions for Katie? All right, let's give her a warm round of applause.
I did not touch that.
Excuse me, dear, actually, this is somebody else. Yeah, this is in mine. Alright, so you all know what to do. Write down those comments, tally up the scores. Make sure you have notes down because you could possibly have a